guys, welcome back to Encouraging Teens in the Music Scene. My name is Joy.
And my name is Bea.
And today is going to be a super special episode because it is sadly our last episode of season 1.
But anyways, we're gonna keep it short.
Yes. Okay. So, as you can tell, it's just the two of us today. So we thought something really cool to do would be talk about the podcast and how we got into it and a little bit of what happened throughout the process of making it. So let's start out with how this podcast got started. Yeah, so I had this idea that we should start a podcast, and of course, when I was thinking of topics, the first thing that came to mind was both of our love for music since we met at Berkeley, as you guys probably know. And part of our love for music is sharing all that it has to offer with other people, especially people around our age who are looking for some advice or some help in the industry. So yeah, then I approached Bea and I sent her a text and I was like, hey, we should start a podcast. And she said,
Yes.
yeah.
But I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
Neither did I. Neither of us had any idea what we were getting into. We still currently don't
know what we're doing.
But that's just a little piece of advice for you guys. If you want to do something, just dive in and go for it. What's the worst that could happen?
I would say research a little bit, just so you know what it is that you're doing.
Okay. She has a point.
Yes. And
yeah. So making this season has been a ton of fun, and we've definitely had some amazing moments throughout that we still die laughing about every time we bring up, or just still make us smile. So we could talk a little bit about some of those behind the scenes or on camera type things. Bea, do you want to start that out?
Well, for starters, the intros are never smooth. They are smooth as they are. And it's so embarrassing because sometimes I just start, because we practiced it before, right? Before we have the person come on. And then we mess up and we say something funny. So then once we actually do it in front of them, that's all I can think of. And I just start laughing and it's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Sorry to our guests. But yeah, uncontrollable laughter is definitely something that Joy has had to edit out.
But it's like my favorite part of the video to watch when I'm editing, just the parts where you and I are like dying laughing for seemingly no reason, but you and I are having the best time of our life.
Of our lives. Yeah, but it's really been amazing to like meet different musicians that Joy has brought onto the show, because I have like the ones I know, of course, and like some of them we both know, but I've definitely met some cool people. So thank you, Joy. And those cool people, you know who you are.
Yeah, well, thank you, Bea, for bringing all of your super cool people on. One of my favorite parts of the podcast, calculating time zones and how terrible we are at doing that math. It's definitely just destroyed me mentally. I still have no idea what the time difference is between Bea and I. I always have to like count it on
3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours. Good to know.
Yes.
So yeah, all the different time zones that we had to calculate. It was definitely hard, but really exciting because I got to meet a lot of people that I otherwise wouldn't have met. So
yeah, we had, okay, let's see, who did we have and from where? We had Femi, and he's in the UK.
Mateko, who's Chicago.
Then Goose, who's in Colorado. Yeah, okay, and then Marcelo, who's from California. And then
the Ragtag Group of 5.
Ragtag Group of 5. So we had Vance, who's in Massachusetts. Kalman, who's also in Chicago. And Sophia, who is she's in Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
Connecticut.
Wait.
I thought she was in Connecticut. Oh dang. She's in one of those. She's amazing. And her squeaky chair is amazing. Shout out to that squeaky chair.
Yes.
And then we have
Peyton.
Texas.
Yep. Then Justin, who is Georgia.
Where Joy lives.
Yeah.
Georgia. And then we had Camille and Laurel, who are from California.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had John Snyder, also from
Georgia.
And then Jackson Powell from Tennessee.
Yeah, and that's our amazing podcast family. They're all just super talented, and they were so nice.
Yeah.
And it was truly an honor having all of those people on and being able to talk to them and get to hear their experiences. If any of those amazing guests that we had are listening, I just want to say thank you so much. It was an absolute honor to get to hear all about everything you guys have achieved and all the amazing plans you have for the future.
Yeah, it was an honor to get to know more people and great musicians and hear their stories and different perspectives on different things and get their advice.
Yeah, and thank you guys all so much for listening. I hope you guys learned something from all of the people that we had on, or from Bea and I. And I just hope you enjoyed the experience of listening to two teens who somewhat kind of know what they're doing when it comes to making a podcast.
Well, I mean, we understand it wasn't the best ever, so bear with us because we will get better if we continue.
Yeah.
Sometime down the road.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
Thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed this episode or want to hear some of our old episodes, please look us up on YouTube, Encouraging Teens in the Music Scene. Please subscribe or like the video. You can also listen to us on any streaming platform, really, because we are a podcast and not just a YouTube video. Please follow us on Instagram at ETMS Podcast. Maybe while we're like on a break or an off season, you guys could send us like questions if you want us to tackle certain topics so that we can get around to it later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we hope you're all doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Stay safe and stay healthy and stay creating music.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, thank you guys. Bye. It's over.
This is it.